What's up, guys? Welcome back to This Just In. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, we're going to jump on and I'm going to give you an update on the Ipoe and Sofi merger. They just signed a new partnership a few days back and it's pretty exciting. I think they did a very good job with it. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in. All right, guys, before we get started today, subscribe to the channel for me, hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date. I try to post new videos every day with, growth stocks or penny stocks or market news, anything I think can help us become better investors. There's also a link down in the description to my Patreon account. Come join the family over there. I'd love to have you. I did the first 50 patrons for just $1. I think we've got about 8 or 9 spots left for the day one squad. You'll get access to the private Discord where we talk stocks, links to 4 different portfolios so you can see exactly what I invest into. And then anytime I buy or sell a stock, up to the second I do it, I send out a notification so you can follow along with that. So if that's something you're interested in, if you want to, be a part of the day one squad and grow the channel with us, come on over. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much to my current patrons. I love you guys so much. My current subscribers, you have no idea how much your support means. So thank you. But guys, let's jump in. You guys know that Ipoe is one of my favorite SPACs. I talk about it a lot. This is definitely not the first video I've made about it, but I did want to give you an update today because of the new partnership that they made a few days back. I also wanted to kind of give you my thoughts on what's going to happen post-merger. Because after doing some research, I did see some things that look pretty interesting. But guys, this partnership that they just signed, it's with motorrefi. Motorrefi is a startup company that pretty much connects people that have auto loans with other options, other banks, and save them money on refinancing, things like that. Let's jump in and take a look at the article. So as you can see here, it says Sofi is expanding into the fast-growing auto loan space through a partnership with motorrefi. The partnership helps enhance Sofi's platform value proposition and stickiness while creating an additional revenue source. The likely popularity of this new offering helps set the company up to outperform its fiscal 2021 revenue guidance. Guys, I do want to touch on that. So obviously we've been having this SPAC attack, right? Just getting these SPACs getting hammered 40, 50, 60% over the last few weeks, / month. And Sofi was no different. I mean, they're down 40-something% off their highs. They have since started to make their way back up. They've had huge short interest on them, and that's something I will mention at the end. But guys, I do think that everything's starting to mellow out on these SPACs. The difference is, guys, is most of these SPACs have zero revenue or pre-revenue or poo-poo revenue. They're losing a ton of money. Guys, Sofi they have guidance to do over $1 billion in 2021. So they're not like some of these SPACs that have zero revenue or aren't even gonna get to, generate $1 billion for years and years and years, or may never. They're a solid company. They've got a solid app. They've got over 2 million users. They offer a ton of different services, which again, this new partnership offering additional services to their users is going to help increase stickiness. So, people using more services, it's going to create higher revenue per customer. It's going to increase profitability because they're pretty much what will happen is motorrefi will connect the customer with a better option for their auto, loan, get them. Typically, from my research, they save them half on their interest rates. And on their website, it says that they typically save people around $100 a month. Let's jump over and look at that website. So this is them. So you come in here, you check your rate, you put in your information, they find you a better option. You can see here they work with, they're pretty credible, as you can see here as well. Average savings per month, $101. You can see pre-qualified in seconds. So it's a quick, easy way to save money on your auto loan. So these guys will handle all of the paperwork of each transaction and then give Sofi a percentage of that revenue. So again, they're increasing average revenue per customer. They're giving their clients a better service because they're offering them additional options. The big thing here is it's a no-brainer for both companies. For motorrefi, they're getting access to 2 million customers or users on Sofi. It's a no-brainer for Sofi because they're getting a piece of the revenue without having to take on the cost if they were to do it on their own, if they wanted to offer this service on their own. The other thing, guys, is the auto loan industry is rapidly expanding. I mean, it's growing pretty quick. It's almost doubled in the last 10 years. The other thing is the average car loan has gone up, and it's currently sitting at $35,000. That's a lot of money for a car. The prices of cars are going up. Banks are allowing longer dated loans, so they're being able to stretch the loans out longer so people can afford, $35,000 cars without having to pay a huge payment. The payments are looking pretty big, though. I mean, the average payment for a new car is $600 a month. The average payment for a used car is $400 a month. That's a big number, guys. I mean, you got to think, 5, 6, 7, 9 years ago, it wasn't like that. Price of cars have gone up tremendously. So by offering this service, I think it's a really good move for Sofi to make because of that, opportunity to save people money, increase revenue, things like that. So I did want to jump on and take a look at the chart, just give you a real brief update on that. My thoughts are it looks amazing. I love the fact that they added that as another service. Like I said just a minute ago, Sofi has guidance to do over $1 billion in 2021, which if they do over $1 billion, that'll be the first time in history they've ever done over $1 billion. So they will set, a record for themselves. I actually think that they could come out and do more than that because this partnership wasn't factored in. This acquisition wasn't factored into that, not acquisition, sorry. This partnership was not factored into that revenue guidance. So I could see them come out and doing better than the $1 billion in revenue that they've projected, which would be fantastic for the share price and for the stock price. Give investors that much more confidence. One thing I want to say, guys, is the merger was set to launch or complete on April 9th, and then it got pushed back because of that SEC guidance and on warrants, where they had to start using the warrants and tracking them as a liability. Like I made in my last video about Sofi, Chamath came out and said they're right there. They're reaching back out. They're doing everything they need to do to get all of that handled. Now, as you can see here on the chart, like I said, they got beat down 40-something%, from previous highs back up here in February. Since then, they got down here, looks like they had a low of, 1470, and since then have really started making their way back up. Currently looks like it's sitting here and holding support at the 20-day moving average, which is great. They're up 4.8% today. They're all the way back up to $17.36, which is great. Guys, they have huge short interest. Sofi has had upwards of 30% short interest for a few months now. So I initially thought, are we going to see a big short squeeze on this? Like, are we really going to see what's happening to Skills? But if you notice, they didn't get beat down like Skills did. They found their low back here in March, and they kind of held that area all through April, where Skills, they blew right past their mid-March low. One of the reasons why I think the Sofi has had a 30% short interest is because a lot of the inside pipe investors have been shorting the stock to hedge their investment, to hedge their position. There is no regulation or anything that says that they cannot short that stock. So if I was an internal pipe investor and I had a position in it and my share price or my investment was about to get hammered, I would absolutely go in there and start shorting it to hedge my position. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this, guys, is because I think that once the merger completes, we won't see as much of a sell-off as we do in a lot of these other SPACs because of that. The pipe investors have already mitigated their downside by hedging their position and shorting the stock. They've mitigated that downside, and I think that you will see less selling pressure when the merger completes than you would in a typical SPAC merger. Now, that's just my opinion. I may be way off on that, but that's what I think is going to happen. So I think we will see less sell-off post-merger than typical. I actually think that we will see Sofi starting to really make its way back up towards the upside. This company is one of those companies that's got revenue. They've got big revenue guidance. I think they're going to beat revenue guidance, and I think they're going to do very well, in the coming year. Like I said, I've already put a $40 price target on this stock, which is huge, over 100% upside from the $17 mark. Again, guys, as you can see, they are really starting to make their way back up. Had this kind of inverted cup handle, traded down, hit the bottom, stopped right there at the 1472, and has a couple of days where they've been making their way back up to this $17 mark. Now you want to watch out. You want to, make sure that they're not going to run into some resistance like right there, again up here, and then right here on the gaps, obviously. But overall, guys, I like what's going on. I like that partnership. I think that, that's going to increase revenue. It's going to increase, quality, for their users. It's get quality experience. And I do think that we will see less sell-off during post-merger, which is a good sign for us. I love the share price right now. Think it's going to do very well. Obviously, if you could have got back in at 14, that would be better, but I don't think you'll see it back down there at the 14 range anytime soon by any means, if ever. So that's it for today, guys. Just wanted to give you a quick video, quick update on the partnership, kind of give you my thoughts on some of the insider things and kind of things that are going on. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed stockbroker. Always do your own research and due diligence. Don't just take my word for it. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me. Come over and join us at the Patreon. We would love to have you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.